We are on live.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We welcome you to participate in Destination Dr. Reddy's, which is your gateway to an internship and eventually an opportunity to work with us too. In case you haven't registered, the link is in the description box. Please go ahead and register yourself. Should you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and ask it in the comments. We will try and take the question or as many as we can towards the end, and some of them will be answered in the message box. Let's get started with this video of our team at Dr. Reddy's.
Hello everyone, welcome to Destination Dr. Reddy's. I'm Ranjita Bhatt and I lead early careers. Dr. Reddy's is a global pharmaceutical company headquartered in Hyderabad. Our purpose is to accelerate access to affordable and innovative medicines because good health can't wait. Spanning research, sales, and manufacturing across the globe, our reach extends to about 76 countries. Our diverse teams representing 53 nationalities is at the heart of our success story. Welcome to the journey with Dr. Reddy's. We are not just a pharma company, we are shaping the future of healthcare, driven by innovation and a passion for making a difference in the world. Destination Dr. Reddy's goes beyond just being a mere case study competition. It's your gateway to becoming a part of the Dr. Reddy's world. Irrespective of which campus you come from, participants from the top team have the opportunity to secure pre-placement interviews for internship, which can eventually lead to a full-time opportunity to be a part of our flagship Young Leaders program. Next, I'd like to introduce to you Mr. M.V. Ramana, our CEO for Branded Markets for India and Emerging Markets and Global Innovation. Ramana, who was once our management trainee himself, currently leads a multicultural team of 30 plus nationalities in over 45 countries that include India, Russia, China, Australia, and Brazil. During his progression from MT to MC, he led teams across diverse regions and domains. He is a specialist in international business and marketing strategy and has handled several critical assignments. Ramana is also a frequent speaker at various international forums in the pharmaceutical industry. So, Ramana, you've been with us from being a management trainee to cut to 30 years later, you're a member of the management council. And you've also, apart from being the head of branded markets. So, can you tell us a little about your journey and also, what got you here?
Sure. So I think, fresh out of MBA, I was thinking of what I should be doing. My grandfather was in freedom struggle, and he he fought for the freedom of India. And for me, it was kind of an inspiration to say that, what can I do for India? And that was the time that, it was about a lot of talk on globalization. The Indian economy was opening up, and I thought, okay, can I play a role in terms of this globalization? Can I take a Made in India brand international? And when I looked around, one of the companies that was talking about internationalization at that point of time was Dr. Reddy. So I landed up at Dr. Reddy's, was the first management trainee. And from there, I think the journey was very exciting because country by country, I would go, I would understand that country, I would understand what's their needs, where do we find the unmet needs in that country, and how might we be able to help them. And that actually helped me in terms of how we moved from one country to the other, and today we serve more than 70 countries. So, exciting journey, but I also feel very good about the fact that today we're able to serve more than 800 million patients around the world, um, and um, and the journey still continues to be exciting.
Nice, really nice. And how did Pharma happen? And Why pharma, if anybody were to ask?
So if you see today, when it comes to pharma is a space in which you can make a significant impact when it comes to quality of life. There are two ways in which you can make an impact. One, I would call it an undermet need, and the second is an unmet need. So I'll give you an example, right? So in India, when we launched an oncology product, which is a large molecule for the very first time after the patent expiry, within a very few years, the usage of this product went up 10 times. So there was this undermet need where when you bring in a good quality, affordable generic, you have a significant increase in terms of the usage because many of the markets are out of pocket markets. And hence, today, the journey that Dr. Reddy started more than 4 decades ago, we're able to help both in the developing markets and the developed markets in ensuring that more and more patients are able to get access to good quality, affordable generics that are today the standard of care. And then there is another element, which is unmet need. So if you take today many disease areas, whether in terms of oncology, diabetes, cardiovascular, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, the current standard of care is not enough. So there's a lot of research going on, and interestingly what we see is a lot of technologies are coming together, whether it is in the way in which we understand genomics, whether it is gene editing, whether it is digital biology, gen AI. All of these technologies are actually coming together to try and help in finding better cures. So this is absolutely an exciting space where on one hand you're trying to improve the quality of life by making the product accessible to as many patients as possible, as many consumers as possible. On the other hand, continuously looking for better cures, better standard of cares for tomorrow. And hence, pharma is that space where it is making a very, very significant impact in the overall quality of life and the way in which we live on a daily basis.
True, true. I couldn't agree more. In all of this, where does Dr. Reddy stand, and where do these young people fit in? Where are we looking at them fitting in?
So I would say that today, when it comes to Dr. Reddy's has got a very exciting growth opportunities as we look at, right? So one is that when I look into the traditional generic business, we have a solid endowment where we are present in about 70 countries, and today we are kind of respected for the way in which we have been serving those markets, whether it's our stakeholders coming to the distributors, the pharmacies, the medical fraternity, or our partners who today help us in many of these markets. And hence the question is, how do we bring in a even bigger portfolio than what we have and to serve these markets? The second opportunity is Dr. Reddy's in the last 18 months to 24 months has taken up a innovation journey in which we have three verticals. One vertical is getting innovative assets to India and emerging markets. The second one is global consumer business, and third one is digital in the form of digital therapeutics as well as condition management. So we're looking at not only how we would be able to serve the current standard of care, but also to see how we will be able to offer the future standard of care and do it in a very holistic end-to-end manner for the various diseases that we are today serving. And when you look into the young trainees and the management trainees that who come to Dr. Reddy's, I think in my view, it's a fantastic opportunity. One is that you have different kinds of career opportunities within Dr. Reddy's, whether it is in sales, marketing, analytics, Salesforce, R&D, regulatory. But then the other thing that is very, very important and unique of Dr. Reddy's is the way in which today you are given the space to to perform, to try different things. But at the same time, what the organization does, it creates the tools and equips you to succeed. So in a way, if you're interested to have a very purposeful journey post coming in from all the premier institutes that the young kids come through, I think they're able to have a very meaningful contribution to not only the society within India, but in terms of the global society. That because today, when it comes to pharma, I just want to tell you this one: 90%, even if you take the world's largest economy, US, 90% of all prescriptions in the US are generic. 45% of the prescriptions in the US are actually served by Indian pharma companies. So you can imagine that today pharma is one of the spaces from India that is global, and the young graduates should take this opportunity to work in this space, work with Dr. Reddy's to create an even bigger impact globally.
Thank you, Ramana, for the insights. Over to you for the next segment then.
Thank you.
Right? Thanks.
So I think it's time for us to actually meet the wonderful panel that we have here today, which is Naveen, Vaidehi, and Asta. And it'll be good if you guys can, briefly introduce yourself. And maybe we'll start with Naveen. He is from ISB and also the strategy business partner for Chronic Business. So Naveen, maybe you could go introduce yourself.
So, hi Ramna, I'm glad to be here. And so I completed my bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from NIT Calicut, and I started my career in the CEO's office, strategizing sales and marketing for an automobile company, and then moved to consulting and worked there for 3.5 years, mostly devising data-driven strategies for banking and insurance clients. Recently, I completed my MBA from the Indian School of Business and joined Dr. Reddy's 3 months ago as a strategy partner supporting chronic business. So outside work, I have immense love for travel and science fiction movies. And a fun fact about me is that I'm a certified scuba diver.
Very good. What about you, Vaidhi?
Hi Ramna, it's an absolute honor to be here. I recently completed my BTech in chemical engineering from IIT Madras, and I've been a part of Dr. Reddy's for the last 2 years. 2 years will complete in August. And I'm also a certified health ambassador as per the Sustainability Ambassador program of Dr. Reddy's. Outside of work, I like solving puzzles, some small games. My recent favorite is the LinkedIn Queens game.
Okay.
I have a streak of, I think, 15 days going. So trying to get that.
What about you, Asta?
Rohit, a formulation scientist at IPDO, which is the research and development unit for Dr. Reddy's. And I just have completed 2 years with DRL. It's a coincidence that today I have second year anniversary with.
Very nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. And like along with that, before this, I have completed my MS in pharmaceutics from Nike Mohali. And after that, as I joined here, I have got a huge exposure to many things related to product developments, for which I'm grateful. I now am looking forward to learn many more things. And yeah, apart from all this, apart from my work, I love spending time with my family, watching movies, and I am F1 fan, so I never miss any Grand Prix on.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice meeting each one of you. So, Naveen, I remember you joining Dr. Reddy's. It's been a couple of months that you have done, but what would be interesting to know, why did you choose Dr. Reddy's?
Yeah, so I strongly believe that the pharmaceutical industry gives an opportunity to contribute to improving global lives and also making a tangible difference in people's lives. And also Dr. Reddy's vision of accelerating access to affordable medicines without compromising on quality speaks a lot about its own values, reflecting my own. And also has a homegrown Indian company that has expanded globally. Dr. Reddy's impressive growth story is a kind of success I aspire to be a part of. And also the industry's constant evolving nature, backed by scientific breakthroughs and technology innovations, promises immense learning and growth opportunities. And I see myself to be at the forefront of these developments, contributing to groundbreaking solutions, enabling that availability to all needs of the people. So for instance, though it's been just 3 months, I played a pivotal role in enabling the launch readiness of one of our innovative assets, Gantra, which cater to worsening heart failure patients. So that was really fulfilling for me.
Very good.
So in overall essence, the opportunity to be part of a purpose-driven, financially sound organization led to this key decision, which aligns with my career aspirations and also my desire to meaningfully contribute to the society.
Very good. So Navin, couldn't agree more. And also what Ranjita told me that last year in the competition, you actually were one of the finalists. So maybe you can tell us a little bit on that.
So yeah, so I was really honored to be one of the finalists in Dr. Reddy's case competition, where more than 17,000 students from across India participated in it. And even during the grand finale, I get to experience the immense diversity of thought processes and perspectives put into building a solution for the problem statement of achieving a 10x growth strategy in the kids nutrition market, which really even pushed our team to think outside the box and work way beyond our comfort zone. And also, it also really expanded my horizon of approaching a problem holistically, keeping implementation in mind, and also picking up the nuances of the guidance and feedback coming from the judges. So the overall experience was really challenging and also incredibly rewarding, I say.
Very nice. So, Vaidhi, very happy that you are here, and I heard that you flew in from Vizag to be with us. So, as someone who has been a technical trainee within the organization, how has been your journey so far within Dr. Reddy's?
So I joined Dr. Reddy's as a technical intern back in 2021 as part of my industrial internship. And I've had a great experience, which is when COVID was struck and I was actually on the ground helping make medicines. It was extremely, extremely meaningful and rewarding. And when I got a pre-placement offer, I didn't hesitate to accept it and join back in 2022 post my program completion at IIT Madras. So for the first year in the organization, when I was part of the Young Leader program as a technical trainee, I've had the opportunity to work as part of the R&D division as well as the manufacturing division, which has given me a fair idea of the value chain, right from a generic drug being researched and developed to it being manufactured to reach our patients. What really inspires me at Dr. Reddy's is that we're looking at every aspect of the value chain. We're not just looking at it, we're looking to transform it. We're challenging the industry standards, as Naveen and you've mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
So we're challenging the industry standards, we're doing better, we're digitally transforming everything. And I've been given so much accountability and leadership at such a new phase in my career that I'm driving key levers for this transformation. And the mentors and senior leaders are always available to give me direction when I need it. So that really inspires and excites me to work, and that's what it feels like to be a young leader at Dr. Reddy's.
Very nice to know. Very nice to know. Also, it's great to hear that you are a post girl for the YLP program. Nice to know that. Asta, you have joined us from NIPER. You have been with us for 2 years, and we're doing this case study, right? So you have your juniors across various, let's say, institutes who would want to pursue this opportunity. So, what advice would you want to give to them?
I would advise them to be mindful while choosing your first company because it makes an impact in your career. And once you get into it, be stick to that company and learn as many things as you can throughout the journey. I can here give my own example. I joined in 2022 as a formulation trainer. Since then, I've been into many activities of product development. I've seen when a molecule first comes in the pipeline, how how all the teams, all the cross-functional teams see the developability, check the developability of that molecule and the drug product in technical terms and also in terms of revenue. And once the molecule comes, how the formulation is done, how we fulfill the requirements of the regulatory agencies and then file the applications. Not just that, before that, how the scale up is done, So this whole journey of the molecule till getting the drug product, I have learned many things from my own cross-functional teams, handle the complex molecules and the products. If I have gone through such a huge experience, I think all the people who are out there working hard and will work here for the company, they can also learn many things. And pharma industry is such a diverse industry where you can learn many more aspects you can even imagine. So yeah, just work hard, be stick to your company, get into your company of interest, and keep learning, keep getting the new things.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice advice. So as most of you know that we have been doing this case study approach to the management students, to the technical students, and I think for the very first time we're taking it to the MPharm students. For all those who are joining us live and who are listening in, what kind of message you would want to give to them? Maybe you could start with Naveen and then we go to Asta.
Yeah. We're still waiting. Go and look for awesome teammates and come and register and win Destination Dr. Reddy's.
I think some of the folks have not yet completed their registration process, so would advise to complete that and get all geared up for the different problem statements that will be coming in for the different tracks.
And pack your bags for Hyderabad if you can make it till Penali.
So I think it's wonderful hearing from each one of you, and I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions that you want to ask. Now over to Ranjita.
Thank you for sharing your questions. Based on the questions that some of you have asked, I'd be addressing them through a couple of slides. Just give me a second and we shall switch. Okay, so here we have the QR code. If you haven't registered yet, would be a good time to register. Would be a good time to look into the details. Now, what are we looking at? We are looking at you forming teams of 3 or maximum 4 people. All right. And the last date for registration is the day after tomorrow, 10 a.m. So take your time, do register today, tomorrow. Form your teams of 3 and 4 and register yourself. Now, whom are we doing this for? What's the cohort that we are looking at who will apply for us? Is the management, the engineering, and the pharmacy cohort. The management is the first year students from all the flagship 2-year MBA courses, in some cases, the 1 year also. The engineering, pre-final year, specifically mechanical and chemical. And that's why we say when you're forming teams, ideally do it with, one mechanical at least and 2 or more chemical people. It'll be much easier for you to solve the case study. And then, of course, we have the Pharma second year students. The idea basically is for you to come, should you be shortlisted, should you go through it, we look at you coming and interning with us next year, right? That was the whole idea of going ahead with Destination Dr. Reddy's. All the teams should have at least, all the participants should have more than 10%, okay? And what happens is we will have multiple rounds, okay? The first online assessment will be on the first, okay, wherein we have 30 minutes of aptitude test for the MBA students and 30 minutes of aptitude and domain test for the engineering and the pharma students. So the domain test is mostly for the engineering and pharmacy students, but for the MBA students or the management students, it's the aptitude. It's 2 different aptitude tests. And then we'll go ahead with a case study that we'll give you guys on the 3rd. We expect the submissions to happen on the 11th. Okay, the first cut for the case study is going to happen on the 11th. And then you have another round of online assessment between the 5th to the 7th. Now, one of the questions that had come is, how does one look at it, right? How does anyone come to know when is the case study and when is the assessment, you will get emails. You will get emails from Unstop. You will get reminders also. But please do ensure that you take both the aptitude and the functional and behavioral test, which is for each of the teams, each of the individuals, not only the teams. It is very important for each of the individuals in the team to take it as well. Shortlisted teams will be assigned a mentor from Dr. Reddy's, eventually to refine your case study. Teams will attend a 2-day grand finale on the 29th and 30th of August. There'll also be a design thinking workshop that we are hoping that you will do on day 1 and that you will use on the next day. Okay. And the top teams will, of course, present it to the panel. Now, if there are any other questions, I'll be more than glad to take it. One more question that had come, I'm given to understand, is around the assessments coming in. They will be through Unstop. They will send out an email, and also the people whom you're going to take it with, which is the SHL platform. All right. I think we've answered most of the questions that all of you had. And thank you for joining us today. We look forward to your participation in the case study competition and also to meet you in Hyderabad very soon. Thank you so much, everyone.